it is Links here, and I'm so happy to be back. Well, I still don't have my device I usually record on, but this chapter will be less than 10 minutes. So, I will be reading A Court of Peers and Your Mom by Terry Bomka on AO3. Depending on how this goes, I might only do one chapter or two chapters, but I will get into it more at the end. It's general audience, category is male male, and the relationship is Baku Deku. I'm so excited. Without further ado, let's get into it. Summary. Izuku made the mistake of letting Mina do his hair. When Katsuki reacts to his curls in a way he didn't expect, it triggers a rush of feelings and emotions. Is admiration and adoration the only thing Izuku feels for his childhood friend? Or is it something much more? Notes. A safe and loving coming out story. Chapter 1. The Power of Curly Hair. It all started when Izuku caved and let Mina do his hair. She had been begging him for weeks to let her get her hands in it. She kept telling him how cute curls were on guys, and if he learned how to take care of them and style them, they would frame his face in the most adorable way. Mina is relentless when she gets an idea in her head, so she caved. No, so he caved. There's only so much a guy can take, and she warmed down. That Friday night, Izuku found himself in Mina's room surrounded by the 1A girls. There was no way any of them would miss out on the opportunity for an impromptu girls' night featuring the sweetest guy in class. That's how Izuku found himself with Ochako trying to tame his cuticles, Hagakure painting a mask on his face, cooing about how the color matches his hair perfectly, and Mina basically wrist deep in his curls. It was kinda nice, he could admit that. Shira had a great playlist going. Sue was always a calming presence to have around, and Momo made the best tea. Plus, everything smelled really nice. There were worse ways to spend a Friday night. But like all good things, the night came to an end. Clean and curled in a way his hair had never been before, Izuku was pretty excited about it. It took all of his willpower to keep from playing with the newly defined curls. He hadn't even known his hair could look like this. He's glad he wrote down all of Mina's product and routine suggestions, and grateful for the silk pillowcase she sent him away with. It was while he was distracted by the pillowcase that it happened. Sensing someone approaching, Izuku looked up to see Kachan heading into the same elevator. The blonde must have been out with Kirishima or something. It's not like Kachan to make his presence known, but Izuku would know it anywhere. Once the elevator began its ascent, Izuku noticed Kachan looking at him oddly. It was when Izuku was about to question it that Kachan moved, suddenly standing directly in front of him. "What's up with your hair?" Kachan asked, looking at Izuku's hair as if he'd never seen it before. "Mina did it," Izuku cheerily replied. "She put some product in it, showed me how to diffuse it, and even gave me this shiny pillowcase to keep it soft and safe. What do you think, Kachan?" Izuku didn't think it was possible for the look on Kachan's face to get more intense. Clearly, he was wrong. They've come a long way in their relationship. Izuku would even go as far as to say they were really good friends again. But every now and then, Kachan still got weird on him. Before Izuku even had the chance to frown and take a step back, something happened. Katsuki reached forward, tugged on one of his curls, and watched it spring back. Huh, cute. Izuku blue screened in real time. Izuku.exe has stopped working. Before Izuku could pull himself together to question what all that was about, the elevator stopped to Kachan's floor, and the blonde left without another word, leaving Izuku to spiral in whatever the heck just happened, turning an impressive shade of red that left him looking like a flustered strawberry. Chapter 2. So, when are you asking him out? It had been a few days since the elevator encounter. Izuku was extremely proud of himself with how he'd been keeping up with the routine Mina wrote out for him. When he committed to something, he really committed. But something was really bothering Izuku. Kachan is barely speaking to him again. It seems like every time Izuku walks into a room, Katsuki walks out. Katsuki keeps getting this weird look on his face when they're in proximity, almost like he's in pain. And every single time, Katsuki goes running straight to Kirishima, and they have a secret little meeting like they're members of the UN or something. It's really starting to upset Izuku. It's not even like he can get Kachan alone long enough to ask about it. Katsuki hasn't gone this far out of his way to avoid Izuku since before they fixed their relationship. It hurt. After about a week and a half of this nonsense, Izuku decided he had had quite enough. He was going to march himself down to Kachan's room and find out what was wrong once and for all. Izuku was so focused on his mission that he barely had time to pull back his head and keep from knocking once he registered talking coming from Kachan's room. Pausing, trying to decide what to do, he heard Kaminari's voice loud and clear. "So, when are you gonna ask him out already?" Shut up, idiot. We already talked about this. You know I can't. There's no way in hell he'd ever say yes, and you know it. Came a sharp and gruff response from the voice Izuku had long since memorized. Izuku felt the blood rushing past his ears, his thoughts spiraling. Kachan liked someone and was thinking about asking someone out? That had never happened before. And who would dare reject Kachan? Why did Kaminari know about it and Izuku didn't? Wait a second. Him. Kaminari asked when Kachan was going to ask him out. Kachan likes a boy? Kachan is gay? Why would he keep something like that from Izuku? Did he think Izuku wouldn't accept him? Would make him feel bad about it? Izuku would never. He couldn't. A world where Izuku would hurt Kachan could never exist. So why? Is this the reason Kachan has been so distant? Because he couldn't or wouldn't trust this part of himself with Izuku? Izuku felt his breathing get shorter and shorter. He had to get out of there before he was spotted and quick. He took off back to his bedroom and slammed the door shut behind him. Sinking down against the door, he couldn't calm his spiraling thoughts. Izuku considered himself to be a very open minded person. He was kind and accepting of everyone he'd ever met. How could he not, with the discrimination he himself had grown up with as a quirkless person? He knew about the LGBTQ community, empathized with their struggles for equality and recognition, but he had never met a gay person himself. Except apparently he had. Izuku tried to run through all of their most recent conversations in his head. Had he accidentally said something to make Hachan think he was homophobic somehow? He didn't think so. Maybe he'd made a stupid joke somewhere and it sounded mean? But for the life of him, he couldn't think of anything. So why? Why hadn't Katsuki come to him? After everything they've been through together, Izuku thought they were solid. That they trusted each other. Where had he gone wrong here? And that left two other questions. Who was Kachan planning to ask out, and why was Izuku so upset? Alright, that was chapters 1 and 2 of A Court of Peers and Your Mom by Cherry Bombka on AO3. There's 8 total chapters, so fourth of the fic done. It's so cute so far, and I'm really happy. I absolutely love it. I think I'm going to give a little bit of an update about what has been going on. So basically, my knee is healed. I can clean my room again. I just haven't had time. I have the most time today, but here I am sitting recording. Well, I pretty much I just miss recording, and it's a key part of my life. If I sounded a little fast or I don't know, silly while recording, it's because I just finished a soda and I had 2 Girl Scout cookies. Also, you guys should buy some, totally. And if there's local Girl Scouts, you should probably buy from them instead of online from the Girl Scout PIM. I know you want to support a Daisy, but there's a lot of older Girl Scouts out there that are struggling. Sales are down about 11% this year. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Remember to eat, sleep, drink your water, and take your meds. And when you sleep, go to bed at a reasonable time. It's 4:14, I know, just a little bit after I should have posted. But I'm gonna post this tomorrow, which will be Thursday for me. Happy Thursday, guys. So, any gays, remember no. So, any gays, remember kids, be you and crime gay.